I need to see him. Creeps me out. My mother-in-law lives with my husband and I. She has her own separate bedroom and washroom. We thought it would be nice to have her with us to help out once in a while when we're busy or just want some time to ourselves. She doesn't babysit our son every day, probably on average 3 hours a week. She is able to spend time with him every evening and on the weekends when she isn't working, except for Thursday nights since she works late that day. So every Thursday she messages our family group chat to ask if she can video call him for a couple of minutes. I just don't understand why she feels the need to video call him just because she can't see him for one day. That is weird. Honestly. I've gone 24 hours without seeing my son because I'm working out of town, and I personally don't need the video call him. I only message 2-3 times asking if he's eaten and napped. Every hour that I am away from my son, I for sure miss him deeply, but not to the point where I need to see him. Hello? Let me see my son! That would be me. My mother-in-law is currently on vacation for 2 months and has been asking every single day to video call him. I'm currently pregnant and I'm in my first trimester. Congrats! My mother-in-law knows about the pregnancy and how bad my nausea and migraines have been for me. Yet, she still expects me to be on my phone at all times so I can respond to her video call request. I understand asking maybe once or twice a week, but why every day? It just seems to me that she is a bit too obsessed with my son. Another reason why I'm creeped out by my mother-in-law, that I think she thinks that she has part of ownership over my son. For example, during my son's first birthday, my son was sitting on my lap while I was feeding him dinner. My mother-in-law then proceeds to pick him up mid-bite and says, "Come here." I told her no. Her face was an utter shock. And she then asked me why she can't take him. Really? Why can't she take him? Who takes away a mother's child while she's actively feeding him? Apparently, your mother-in-law does. Another example, my mother-in-law, husband, and I were walking outside. I was holding my son's hand for a while, and then my mother-in-law reaches for my son's hand and takes him away without saying anything. That's hella weird. I think she thinks he is her son. You kinda have to make it straight that you birthed him. Last example. I am actively playing with my son at home. My mother-in-law interrupts and asks my son if he wants to go play outside with her instead. My son loves to play outside, so he instantly goes with her. I just feel like she has no social awareness. Of what she's doing. My husband and I talked to her twice in the past about how it makes me feel, but not much has changed. There are countless more examples, but the post would be 100 pages long. We would read it anyway. I just feel like my mother-in-law is too obsessed with my son, which creeps me out. I bet one day she's gonna come to you and just say, "Hey, I'm taking that boy. That's mine." Mommy, you better fix this because your son is not getting straight. Who is his mom? The comments though, that's where the shock comes. I just don't understand why she feels the need to video call him just because she can't see him for one day. Because she's grandma? I'm not saying you cannot say no, but I just don't understand what's creepy about it. Second scenario, you drew your boundaries and kiddos. The third, she overstepped. I'll say overstepping is her problem, and you were doing a good job curtailing that. Calling her creepy speaks to something of a personal bias against her. It makes you biased in my opinion. OP replies, I understand she's grandma, but my son's other grandparents aren't like this. I want her to have a strong relationship with my son. That's why I wanted her here. I'm not sure if creepy was the best word to use, but wholeheartedly don't know if what she's doing is considered strange or normal. I never grew up having grandparents in my household, nor do I know anyone who did. Oh. That dude wanna fight. You say I never grew up having grandparents, nor do I know anyone who did. You again. The other grandparents aren't like this. Stick to one and be honest with yourself about your issue with the woman. Someone here suggests you outsource her relationship with your son to your husband/her son. Hopefully, you find your peace. Good luck. You're in your first trimester and already dealing with the roller coaster of emotions and hormones that come with pregnancy, so I'm gonna say not the a-hole. I was very territorial throughout my pregnancy as well. It's perfectly natural. However, if the constant requests for FaceTime bother you, I'd suggest outsourcing that to your husband. That's his mother, so let him shoulder the responsibility of making sure she gets to speak with your son. Also, maybe have a conversation about boundaries with your husband and ask him to talk to her on your behalf about the other things that are bothering you. Chances are she values her relationship with her son more than she values her relationship with you. Not trying to be rude or anything, but that's her kid, you know? So she might be more receptive to what he has to say versus what you said to her in the past. Well, not the a-hole. Grandparents sometimes are crazy and they do want to control your life and life of your kids. So make sure this is not the situation. I think talking to your husband is a great idea. Thank you everyone, and write in the comments what would you say to this person. Maybe you have another opinion. If you like this video, please subscribe to see more. Love you.